Hey everybody, Kirby fan here, and you might be wondering what this is. A couple months ago, back in August for Kirby month, I know it's Fire Emblem video, but don't go. I uploaded a video of trying to solo Sacred Stones with Eirika, seeing if it was possible to clear the game only with her, and it was not. I ultimately decided that getting through the game just wasn't gonna happen. But as it turns out, haha, oops, might have been missing something there because, as I was pointed out to by a good friend of mine, Gena, there actually is a way to get Eirika the 2 range that she needs to get through Chapter 18. This does require the use of a glitch, so I do give myself the teeniest fraction of credit for not using a glitch. However, I did not mention at any point during that video that glitches were not allowed. In fact, if anything, because of that, glitches are totally allowed. But the hunt to beat the game glitchless continues. But until then, you actually can use glitches, at the very least, to clear Chapter 18. I am going to show you the process of how that works, and then we're going to go through the rest of the game other than Chapter 18. There's 2 chapters, and then the final fight. So it's not going to be very long, but I didn't think this was a video totally worth scripting. So I'm not going to freak out too much about the production values and everything. There's going to be some light editing just so that it's not going on for too long. I have about an hour and 15 minutes worth of footage here. But we are going to get started. The Eirika solo, believe it or not, lives on. Wait. That's not Eirika. Why is Innis there? Hello? Why do I have Walter? Why is Mur a mage? Lyon, there we go. That's. I was getting a little worried. I didn't have Eirika. There's only so much you can do in an Eirika solo without Eirika. Okay, did not just totally mean to smack the echo shield that I have around my mic. I don't know if I'm gonna keep that in. Probably. That's the funny thing you only get in unscripted videos. Anyways, yes. So as you can see here, it is Eirika, the only unit that we're allowed to be using. We're gonna skip to the actual battle. There we go. What we want to steal. When I was suggested this, I believe stone is what I was told to take, but I saw a Demon Surge. I saw that it was dark and I could steal it. So I just kind of figured, yeah, let's try that. Now as for actually stealing it, we're going to skip ahead. For the most part, this chapter is the same as it was in the video. There's really not too many differences. Right here, the enemy attacks on top of a a lava tile. And when the enemy finishes attacking, because they are on that tile... Oh, I guess I messed it up. And you can see that we can now take control of the enemies, which means that we can... I mean, we have to I think I do some trade strats here. I mean, I'm just having fun controlling the enemies. This is always one of the more entertaining parts about using glitches, is that you get to see things that you wouldn't otherwise get to do very much. I have ever since recording that video, I've had some problems with getting stoned in this game, but for now I am neutering the enemy just to help later on. But to skip ahead a little bit to get to actually what we need to do, here we go. This should be fine. I moved... Well, no, they were already in range. That's right. We can't trade to Eirika, but what we can do, as you can see, is that we can give to the supply. So I am totally ready to give the Demon Surge, but first, I don't know why I'm not just trading already. Oh, right, because I'm doing this first. Yeah, so I can get Shadow Shot and Stone. Give Eirika free bolting. Oh, I guess I didn't want to take up convoy space. Yeah, I can definitely tell that I'm recording this for a video. Because I'm looking at all the information and everything when I really don't. But as you can see, by putting it into the convoy, the game considers this to be dark magic. But it is unranked dark magic, so Eirika is actually a-okay to use it, specifically because there is no magic to be had. There is no rank to the magic to be had. So I'm going to skip the rest of this enemy phase. It's a lot of me not fighting, just me trading weapons and everything. Epic strats, I made sure that they were all on lava tiles so they could take some damage. Now you can see that, I don't know why I kept weapons on that guy, but as you can see, a lot of them can't attack anymore. Some of them even have enemies rescued. I believe I might have kept the javelin on that guy just so I could demonstrate Eirika using 2 range. Or not. Why, Kirby fan. Yeah, take the Shadow Shot, or Demon Surge. I think I take out the Demon Surge. Or I don't take out anything. Wow. Good to know that the Kirby fan of 6 months, I don't even know how long ago I recorded this, but I have no idea what I'm doing, so we're gonna skip ahead a little bit. Oh, I guess I wanted to do it again for some reason. I guess I didn't think I had enough resources. Alright, I guess. So skip ahead a little bit further. Maybe I wanted to show it off more than once, that also sounds like me. So here I show off the Iron Sword doing 22 times 2 with 11 or 12 crit depending on who I attack. It was pretty good, reasonably good. You know, not bad, not bad. Wait, why did I take another Iron Sword? Maybe I just don't do it for this chapter. Because I know I eventually wind up using it. I think maybe this chapter I'm still on the line of thought that I don't want to have to rely on it if I don't have to. So we're going to skip very far ahead. We can look at my Eirika stats for a second. Respect this Eirika. 24 strength Eirika. Take that, get it? Let's see. Oh, I do take out the Demon Surge at some point. So you can see, yeah, you can see that Eirika is fighting with the Demon Surge now. She can use it because it is unranked dark magic. But what's more important about this is that it gives Eirika the 2 range that she needs in order for me to not get soft locked. And wow, I really want that. I do more enemy phase because, hey, if I'm gonna glitch, I might as well go all the way, right? It's not that I need it, it just makes things a heck of a lot easier. Oh, she got luck. I gotta keep this. Look at this. Look at this. Look, that's peak level up. I couldn't have asked for literally anything better. Peak. So the rest of this chapter is just Eirika getting rid of everything else. Oh, if you're wondering about that egg, I don't know if I captured it before, but you can actually rescue the eggs as the enemies. It saves a lot of time. This chapter is why I would not be opposed to having enemy control glitch allowed for draft races. It saves so much time. But yeah, there you go. The chapter is cleared. I will actually go back and find the 2 enemies that I couldn't kill before, just to show you that I can in fact kill them now, even though, I mean, it should be obvious. But if you want to see it just for, let me show you that I did this. Yes, she got luck on that level up too. I could not have asked for literally anything better. So, as you could also see here, I make a separate save slot, only because if it is at all possible to do this without glitches, I want to have that there. But Chapter 19. This chapter is a lot of Eirika running around. Oh, you know, I forgot about this chapter. I'm thinking this is Chapter 20. So, anybody that knows about how the efficient way to do this chapter is warp somebody in and beat Reeve, that's not how we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the good old-fashioned way. Remember, this is not a defeat the boss chapter. This is a defend chapter. So it is very easy. I think I'm looking, yeah, guard Mansell for 13 turns. That's actually what this is. So what I can just do is rescue the guy with Eirika, sit on the throne so that nobody takes it. I think I'm just gonna equip the Demon Surge, or the Iron Sword, that works too. And this is the map. This is the entire map. I can't speed this up before post, but I can skip ahead a little bit. This is turn 12. Actually, it looks like I don't have Eirika equipped with anything. Probably because well, it might just be because I don't want her to die. She's probably just fine. As you can see, she hasn't taken any damage. She's just that good. Eirika, this Eirika carries. Get it? This Eirika, she carries because she's carrying the guy she hasn't rescued. She's carrying him. And you know, I forget what happens if you don't just kill Reeve. What's the story say? Behold, victory is ours. Eirika, everybody. Eirika, everybody. So this is the chapter that I was thinking about before. This is the chapter that is going to take a remarkably long time because we have to seize, but it is also concerning because Morva, the boss of this chapter, doesn't play fair, let's just say. He deals set damage, and whatever your defense stat is, it just reduces that. So I don't remember the exact. Say he deals 50 and Eirika has 20. Now he deals 30. So we're gonna have a hard time with this one because Eirika, she might be strong and she might be fast and she might be reasonably bulky, but taking Morva out is always, in my book, it's like the last hard-ish thing in Sacred Stones. And what you do have to remember, this isn't normal mode. I'm very much in a draft race mentality with Sacred Stones right now, where honestly, Morva's not too bad if you're ready. But on hard mode, honestly, I don't know the differences. I just remember for the sake of the solo, I remember thinking it was very difficult. But this is what most of the chapter is, just waiting around for all of them. As you can see, Eirika has no problem one-rounding everything. That's not what the problem is. She crits. If she doesn't have 100 hit, she has a round there. I don't know what the accuracy and stuff is on a lot of these weapons, but I do know that Eirika's skill and speed are both crazy high if they're not already capped. I don't think I want to talk over the entirety of this chapter quite. And before we make it to Morva, just really quick, if anybody thought Reeve was going to be any kind of problem, I mean, he hit her. That's more than I could say for a lot of the enemies on this map so far. And he gave her a pretty decent amount of EXP. We can actually see what this level up of hers is going to be before we actually get to Morva. Blank. She's so good, she doesn't get anything. This is where you can see I'm using speed up because I'm tired of this chapter. It took forever. Speaking of being tired, here we are. Morvo, what's his name? I already forget. I said his name like 5 seconds ago. Morva? I think Morva. So I take the odd Homa out, I guess because, what do you call it? Siglead, that's for normies. I don't want to use that. But it's scary because I spent a lot of time on this chapter, and if Eirika gets hit, then it's over. She can't afford to take one more hit. She's at 39 HP. Morva, I remember his name all of a sudden, deals 36. So if she gets hit again, we're just we have to restart. And I spent a long time here. As you can see, she's got 1 HP, literally 1 HP. This is when Eirika gets her final level up, which isn't going to be luck. It's HP. I think she has everything else capped. I don't actually know. But you can probably tell by the fact that I'm keeping this in here. The eyes miss. And nobody else is in her range other than the thing that's obviously not going to hit her. I don't think I've ever seen those things hit in Sacred Stones. I think that was the last one I was worried about. But once I saw her, and it was like right there, I just kind of knew it would be okay. There's still a lot of reinforcements coming on this map. I'm just looking at their stats to see how Eirika compares, and it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. Eirika's just that good. And with that, we are going into the final chapter. That chapter 20, the actual chapter 19. I didn't even need to use the Demon Surge. Chapter 20, it would have been possible without it. It would have been very annoying. But there's absolutely no way that Eirika would not be able to do it. The only thing would be is that if I needed the Demon Surge to deal with Morva, which I didn't, I was able to use the Odd Homa and it was fine. So that chapter is definitely doable without the Demon Surge. It would just it took me a long time. I'm glad I used it. It sped things up dramatically. Now, as for the final chapter, this one is... It's not actually tricky, right? But I remember thinking that it was going to be a lot more difficult than it was. The big reason is Lyon, and I will admit that Lyon is a big threat. She didn't cap her res, so that's actually something good to have the Alhoma for, I guess. Ephraim is the other thing that I am very worried about, and I am actually worried about him because it is an Eirika solo, and if anything is done by somebody other than Eirika, the run has failed. So I definitely need to be sure that I don't mess up. But the good news is that even with Ephraim rescued and Eirika's speed halved, on hard mode, remember, I'm playing on hard mode, she does fine. She doubles everything, she dodges reliably. Anything that she doesn't double, I can just attack on player phase. It's not a lot of enemies. I guess she got hit, so that's a little something, but yeah, this is the Eirika that we're going to be seeing for most of this chapter, so I'm going to skip ahead to when things get a little bit more interesting. And right here, she gets hit by the monster, does a lot of damage, but as you can plainly see, not enough to actually take him out. She can take care of the rest of these guys just fine, but again, I have to have Ephraim rescued, because if I don't, he's gonna get attacked, and the run is just over. Then the run is over. Or at the very least, I have to restart the map. If I can't do this without Ephraim getting attacked, then yeah, run's over. So I need to have him rescued because there's too many enemies on the bottom. Eventually, it gets to a point where I don't have to worry about any enemies being on the bottom, so I can drop Ephraim off, and that takes a load off of Eirika. She can do... it takes a literal load off of her. I'm kind of clever. This is something that I don't know how doable it would be without the Demon Surge. I am really mostly able to reliably drop him because I have 2 range with Eirika. But I still think it would be possible. I can't give exacts. But for all intents and purposes, it should still be possible without the Demon Surge. And then just to skip some of the monotony, because you know me, I don't want any of that in my videos. Eirika's here. She can fight Lyon with the Demon Surge. She does diddly. She does not do anything. With the Alhoma, she does better. But it's still scary, because just like with Morva, if she gets hit by enough things, then it's over. I have to restart. The good news is that nobody's really gone after Ephraim. He's fine, so I don't have to worry about him at all. But Lyon, I do genuinely have to worry about. So as you can see, I did a little bit of cleanup here. There's not nearly as many enemies as there were before. Not much that I can do about the reinforcements, but I think so long as I play it safe, I don't have to worry about Eirika dying against Lyon. I decide not to attack him on player phase since I do still get 2-hit KO'd. I am weighing my options here to see what would be best, but ultimately, it's the Alhoma. The Alhoma is the only way that I specifically avoid getting 2-hit KO'd. Or actually, no, I still think I get 2-hit KO'd, but it helps me just in case there's like a worst case scenario. Oh, actually, no, I am mistaken. With the Alhoma and the Pure Water, Eirika will actually avoid the 2-hit KO. It should also help her if you decide to attack this monster, the Gorgon, but it shouldn't happen. Of course, we gotta take out the monsters first. Leon's not gonna be the first to attack. That would be way too simple. Gotta sit through this first. Ooh, the Demon King with that trash talk. But yeah, like I said, Eirika tanks this remarkably well. She does not get 2-hit KO'd. Even now, she doesn't get 2-hit KO'd. But the scary part is that she still doesn't take out Lyon. Luckily, that's what elixirs are for. I think I use a vulnerary instead because... Or no, I use the elixir. I don't know why I took that vulnerary out. But she doesn't get 2-hit KO'd. Yeah, that's what I was waiting for. We got animations for this, which means we gotta sit through these too. By sit through these, I mean watch as I speed them up. Lyon with that talk. She still doesn't get 2-hit KO'd. She's still only taking 22 damage. I actually don't even think I had to heal her. She was at 29. Oh, and Eirika with the crit. Eirika coming in clutch with that crit, saving me that time. So there you go. Lyon is down. Again, it would be much harder and a lot more risky without the Demon Surge, but for all intents and purposes, it should be totally possible. Now for the Demon King. Cool thing about the Demon King, he doesn't actually deal damage on the first turn that you attack him. Instead, he takes out his army of, monsters to attack, so I can attack him on the first turn and then go from there. The only real problem with that is that Eirika does not, what would it be, a 4-hit KO? She would need a 4-hit KO in order to do that, and she does not. The good news is that he only has, Formortis only has 46 hits, so I think I can reliably assume that she can dodge one of these. Like that one right there. Way to go, Eirika. Now, on enemy phase, he is going to do that summoning. It takes a very long time, as you can see. I speed this up. So now it is enemy phase, and Eirika just has to survive one more. She's going to kill him on the next round, but if she dodges this, she's perfectly safe, and she does. So now we just got to sit through the enemy phase, which is always something that you want to do. Look at her one-shotting. I know she has the signaling, but still. That's just not something that you expect to see from an Eirika. She doesn't even need a crit. I was kind of worried that the enemies were going to get in the way, and I wouldn't actually be able to beat Formortis. But it worked out. It worked out. And then Ephraim got attacked! Eirika solo. It's not an Eirika solo, but he didn't get counterattacked. That's really... I'm thinking here if I should count that, because so long as he doesn't get counterattacked, it's still within the solo. But I ultimately sighed, no. So this time, as you can see, I have Ephraim run far, far away. We can skip this just because we saw this already. And that's it. Now we just use the Odd Homa and deal the final attack to Formortis. See if the game will actually allow us to kill him. I don't know why I decided to last second start bringing up excitement as if it wouldn't, but there you go. Eirika only. It is thoroughly, completely possible if you give her Demon Surge in chapter 17 or whatever chapter it is that, that's it. It's over, isn't it? You're right, Eirika. You are correct. It is possible. Eirika only. Absolutely. I'm not going to spend too much time on the specifics other than... should have went again for more information before deciding that it wasn't possible, because it is. I'll leave this in the comments of the Eirika video. I'll also leave the Eirika video in the comments of this one. So if you want to see the process, the Eirika video is a very good one, other than the technical misinformation. Oh, if you want to see my turn counts. Chapter 4, you could tell took me a while. Chapter 9, Chapter 11, and that was the Eirika route too. 66 turns on Chapter 15. Yikes. 489 turns. That's a lot of turns. Now we can skip ahead. There is one number that I know that we care about. Look at those numbers. 999 battles. She capped the battle. She did a lot. I could have gotten her more wins if I, on some of the defend maps or maps that weren't route maps, if I were just, you know, they're not route maps. Let me route anyway. Or if I kept killing the reinforcements on the Demon King chapter. That could have happened too, considering that the Demon Surge never breaks, but theoretically you can get 999 battles, 999 wins, and 999 losses. That takes a lot of time. Especially the losses. That's a lot. But that is everything with the Eirika solo actual finish. Despite what unfortunately happened at the end of the other video that has been rectified, it is possible to clear this game, Sacred Stones, with Eirika only. Again, go watch that video if you haven't. There's a lot of good stuff in it. Shoutouts to Waifu War for doing a great Eirika. And that'll be that. I have been Kirby Fan, and I shall see you in the next video, which won't be Roy only, but that is coming. Don't worry. Bye-bye.